Welcome to Chapter 4, where we are into Marion's second therapy session. We begin by pondering over the causes of her anxiety.
Ooh, it's finally my time to shine.
Yes, it's all about you.
Right, what I'm just going to go over for the moment is I'm just going to cover a basic model of anxiety so that we understand what goes on. So you understand all the elements of anxiety and how it affects you. What I've drawn is 4 blocks. And they represent different parts of ourself. Okay, and I'll fill those in a minute. All that we do has 4 components. One of them is our thoughts. One of them, or another one, is our emotions. Another is our physical reaction to something. I'll shorten that to body here. And the 4th one is our behaviour. Okay. So let's just take the example of the monorail, because that was barely recessed. Okay. Yes. So just for a second, just picture yourself back up on that monorail.
Okay.
Okay. What's the first thing you notice, either in terms of your feelings, your thoughts, your body? What do you...
I was all right for the first couple of moments. And then the moving of it and being on top of trees, not down the bottom, I was I started to shake. I was frightened.
That was the body.
Yes, I was shaking.
Shaky.
Yes, I was actually shaking.
So you're frightened was the emotion.
And I was crying and getting a bit breathless. And which was more intense as the journey. It was only 10, wasn't even 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I was just frightened. I can't really say any more than that, other than I was frightened.
What happened to your thinking? What happened to your thoughts? So if you're frightened on this monorail, you're frightened, you're starting to shake, you're tearful, you're breathless. What's in your mind?
I suppose I thought that I was going to fall. I don't know how.
Right. But that's what of the...
I think that's what it was.
But I might fall.
Yes.
But when we're anxious, we don't necessarily go into the detail to the thinking and whether it's rational or not. We just get scared.
Yes.
It's a scared thought.
Yes.
So if we're frightened, you might have a negative thought.
Yes.
I might fall.
Yes.
Your body responds in terms of shaking, crying, breathlessness. What's your behaviour? What did you want to do?
I wanted to get the hell out of there.
So you wanted to get off.
Yes, I did.
Avoid or...
Yes,
get
bound, run out, yes.
But presumably you were trapped. Still on monorail.
I was trapped.
And you couldn't do anything until the next stop.
Till it stopped.
Right. So you're forced in a situation here.
I was forced, yes.
You're contained.
Yes.
What would that have done to you? Because you couldn't do your normal behaviour, which
was hide.
Yeah. So what did that do to your behaviour?
I suppose made it worse. Yes, of course.
So that would have reinforced the bodily tear. You'd have become tense.
So I was.
And become more scared, frightened.
Yes.
And perhaps other more dreadful thoughts or similar sorts of thoughts would have come to your mind. So what I've tried to just illustrate here, just using the example you've given, is that all of these parts, our thoughts, our emotions, our physical response and our behaviour are all interlinked.
Yes, I understand.
And they're all connected in a similar way, so that if you have a scary emotion, you're likely to have a scary thought, and your body's likely to feel scary, and your behaviour is going to react to the scariness. So they're all consistent, and they all, in a sense, reinforce each other. We never have a feeling of being really happy, but the thought, I'm going to die, because that's sort of inconsistent.
Yes.
Or you never, well, it's not never's a big word, but we don't usually have opposite thoughts. So your body, if you're really scared, you'll never be really calm in your body. because your body's meant to respond in a certain way
Yes.
if you're scared.
Yes, I know.
So we need to come on to understanding what happens in the body. So all of these bits interact with each other and develop into what we call sort of vicious cycle. Okay? So it goes round and round and round, and then you panic.
I do. Yes.
And then we've probably lost all reasoning.
Yes, absolutely.
We're just frightened of the thing that we're most frightened of. Nothing else matters.
No,
It's just get me off.
that's right.
And so that will happen in the car.
Yep.
That will happen if we went back to theatre, or if you think about something else that might cause you an injury, you'll just be focused on the injury
That.
or the potential threat or danger as you see it, nothing else.
Yes,
So it's very hard to relax in the car if you're worried about it crashing.
absolutely. I am not relaxed in the car.
Then you could look at what they were doing that wasn't helping them, that might increase the anxiety. For instance, avoidance increases anxiety rather than helps it. So you could then put in place various strategies such as relaxation, such as challenging thinking, to help people feel more in control and reduce the anxious, vicious cycle and feel much more in control in a situation. Your bodily response is perfectly natural to fear. The trouble is, it's now kicked off in situations which are not really dangerous. It's just that you're telling yourself, or you're frightened that they're dangerous. So probably getting on a monorail before.
I've never been on one before.
Right.
But
getting in a car then.
Yes.
You just sat in the front of the car.
without a thought.
Right. Now you can't.
No.
Because your head's now saying, that's frightening.
Yes.
We could have a crash.
Yes.
I don't want more injury.
That's exactly what I think.
So your thought comes in and says, no, I don't want that. But your body's reacting in the way as if that's possible.
Yes.
But have you had any accidents in the car since?
No, never.
So it doesn't actually happen, but we're somehow not correcting the thinking process that's now saying that's a dangerous activity. There's risk with everything. Don't get me wrong. And that just maintains that. So if you're on edge, this keeps this system going.
Yes.
So we have to break the system to
Good.
get you to think, actually, the danger is not there. Yes, I'm frightened, but I can control better my body's response. And if I do, I'll feel better.
Yes.
If I can control my thinking and think more rationally, not always going to happen any minute, but hang on a sec. I've been in a car with 300,000 times and I've never had an accident. The real risk is quite small if we could think like that, but that's hard to do when we're frightened because the fear says, no, it's going to happen. Then we will feel better again. So what we're trying to do with this model is give you back the control of you, particularly in terms of our thinking, because how we think about something affects how we see it. So if you say a car is dangerous, then it's dangerous. If you say a car is safe, then it's safe. So how we think about something is quite important. And if you could feel better within your body and not so out of control, then you'd feel more confident again. So we will design something. And the other thing which you've just touched on there is, you see, you're jumping ahead, aren't you?
I am.
So you're already worried about something in the front foot.
Yes.
So that's what anxiety...
That's what I do, yes.
Well, but that's what anxiety does.
Yes.
It makes us worry about something that's not even around yet. It goes to the future. So what we try and do is anchor you a bit more in the here and now.
Relaxation training can be helpful, but let's see how they get on.
This isn't hypnosis. You're not going to lose control. Quite the contrary, what we're trying to do is give you back control. So you're going to be conscious all the time. You'll be able to speak to me. But what I would ask you to do, if you can, is to close your eyes. Right? Okay. Now, with relaxation, what's important is we don't force anything. So if you wanted to open your eyes, feel free to do so. If you can't do anything, don't force it. Just let it happen if it will happen. What's important at this stage is that you practice, you just try.
Yes.
The progress and effectiveness will come in time. Like anything else, the more we practice, the easier and better it becomes. But at this stage, what's important is you just go through the motions and let your body do whatever it can do. Okay? So if I could, just ask you to close your eyes, sit back as comfortably as you can in a chair. As we talked earlier, one of the things that happens where we're anxious, and you said you were 5 out of 10 at the moment, is our heart rate increases and our breathing will alter. So I want you just to focus down on your breathing for the moment. And I want you just to monitor your breathing and think about it in a couple of ways. I want you to think about how fast it is, whether it's slow or fast. I want you to think about whether it's shallow or deep. And I want you to think about whether it's consistent, regular, or a bit erratic. Okay. Marion, did you notice any anxiety or tension anywhere in your body?
No.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious, tense do you feel?
Not at all.
So it's gone from 5, which is just before we started, to sort of 0 now. Okay. So you were able to reduce your own tension anxiety levels by slowing down your breathing and by going through this body scan. Reduce it from 5 to 0. That's what you did. I didn't do it. I just talked to you. You did it. So again, that shows you the power that you can take control back of your body.
Well, that was good. She found it helpful and an interesting experience. Time to sum up the treatment plan.
This is the model that says you're anxious, not stupid. And if we can understand this, we can begin to take control of it. Okay?
Yes.
So if we can take a bit, and what we'll do to begin with is look at some exercises and relaxation exercises at the physical response so that you can start to feel that you're a bit more in control of your own body. Okay?
Yes.
Next session, or the session after, we will look at much more in depth into thinking and how you're thinking, because that's critical to be how you view things.
Was the diagram a game changer? Discover the impact in Chapter 5.